Hello. We're still jamming out and doing the Halo thing. Team 1 UNSC, Team 2 URF. Lobster, Basil, Small Cake, and Pyrope on Team 1. They're all in voice comms together. Minor Male Void, Vinelick, Vinesicle. I always fucked up Panda's name. Panda and Corbeau on Team 2. Did I say Corbeau twice? I might be stupid. Void, Minor Male, Panda, Corbeau. Team 2. Okay, we got that. Team Spectator, we got a lot of people. I'm here, Jack's here, Toasty, Wheat Bread, and some username are all hanging out. Devin right now, so we're not going to be listening. Oh my god. We're not going to be paying too much close attention to that. We're going to be trying to do the casting thing. So let's go down the ships. Oh, we dropped down with URF here. Sorry, guys. Rebel, 450 Bulker out of Void. And why is my whole PC dying? Oh, it's because Chrome's open and I've got like 80 Chrome tabs open right now. Okay, Void's got a pair of rocket purses, which are not that great. But we'll see. They're definitely a meme build. And one capping shuttle. Panda's got a Tug Swarm, 250s torpedoes, PD, a little bit of jamming. Minor Male has Max and 120s. 250s, Illuminators, S2s, more jamming, and Corbeau's rocking the Monitor Swarm. 250s, 100 mils, and a teeny tiny, itty bitty, teeny weeny bit of damage control teams. Really just for controlling flank damage.
Securing zone boxer.
Basil rocking a missile halcyon. Look at this monstrosity. Look at it. It's an entire... This is so cursed, by the way. All this for 2 VLS2s with cluster missiles. That's right, we got cluster munitions. Has already fired several. I'm not sure where those are going. Ah, there they are. So that's an absurd amount of points to kill one single shuttle. These things are having some issues here. What is the burn time on these? This seems really, really, really long. Like, actually too long.
The enemy secured zone boxer.
That might be a bug. Because there's no way it just has thousands and thousands of kilometers of burn time. Daggers just can't do that.
The enemy is securing zone comet.
Weird. Anyways, Lobster, S2s, S3s, and a Mac. Some clusters as well as a medium chaff missile, which is, I look forward to that.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Void just can't turn it off.
The enemy secured zone comet.
Okay, we got some destroyers with light max, blankets, floodlights, defenders, and S2s. Some, ooh, more clusters. Don't emulate this behavior, by the way, kids. Hi, dark. Hi, Cake. I'm trying to go through the fucking fleets. You can't be killing everything. Some S2s, a lot of 120s and a Mac. And then a swarm of capping ship halberds. It's another colossal volume of missiles spent to kill one single shuttle. That's the problem with going pure cluster. They are super, super cool, and I love them very much. But yeah, it's a good way to get things to not... Oh, where are these staging at? Ah, that's cute. Oh yeah, something else. Some username fixed the problem where hybrid missiles with 2 stages will just sort of pop instead of staging when they run out of fuel. So the clusters will stage when they run out of fuel instead of just whooshing into the void. Very nice. Or just like disappearing.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
Alright, I look forward to seeing this. Let's
The enemy
undeafen
secured
here.
zone atlas.
Expensive this equipment is? No.
Master Chief, do you mind telling me what you're doing with that paperwork? Sir, filing my taxes. I'm turning
Wow,
the-
there's no small compartments in the Halcyon. That feels bad. There's no spot for a DCC.
I mean, there's a bunch of smallish ones. Hey, look at that little ship down there. See it, Jack?
Not compartment.
No, all the compartments.
Compartments
are really
all
big.
6 by 1 by 8, which is Citadel sized.
Thick.
It's very thick.
I mean, it already has a decent amount of empty space, so.
Oh, I know.
The
When
enemy
it's
is
gone,
securing
Not every
there's
ship
nothing
is
stopping you
Solomonitis.
from putting a DCC in one of those.
I know, but that feels so bad. Even on the Solomon, I can't bring myself to do it. I have to put it in the small ones.
Skill issue.
Welcome back, Doug.
Oh my.
So far, the report is 2 shuttles have been brutally murdered in the street
Yeah.
with overkill.
Yeah, it's all that. And we've also got some clusters with HEI going into monitors and doing literally nothing to them because they can't penetrate the armor.
Oof. I don't know if these are size 2s or size 2 clusters.
They'll have a C in the name.
Well, I can't see. Jack's got the UI turned off.
Gotcha. Doing the cinematic thing.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh,
I think those all missed.
The enemy
they all
has secured
missed.
zone
That was a
cover.
waste.
Yeah, they've been wasting clusters this whole time.
Yeah.
They used like 4 of them, the size 2s on a shuttle.
Oh, and here's more missiles gonna hit this monitor and do literally nothing to it because it can't get in the armor.
Rest in peace, destroyer.
And the Pavises are gonna be able to handle the normal S2s. Super Glonk, mega hit, but yeah, it does almost nothing. A little bit of damage, just the sheer volume is actually stripping some of the armor off and allowing some of the others to get through, but
enemy
that's
is
like
securing
not
zone
anywhere
atlas.
near worth. It's a couple 100 points of missiles for a dead berthing and a broken radar panel.
Monitor is good in Halo.
Yeah, I love it. I actually really like that the monitor has been good here. Well, it's only really useful against a team that doesn't have any 450. And it's obviously good against the cluster missiles because they just don't have the
So I
damage.
wanted to just bring something up. The fundamental difference between an HEI cluster munition and a HEKP is 1 point.
Yep.
Where's the argument for not bringing an HEKP cluster munition?
HEI has a better time breaking DT on the surface components.
Intermixed. So a mix of both.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
enemy
And
secured zone atlas.
you will get more efficacy out of HEI clusters against something like a bulk freighter. Just straight up. And that doesn't, it's not that much efficacy, But when you have that one single point across 200 missiles, suddenly that one single point adds up very fast.
Is Basil yubbing with a Halcyon? What is that?
Yeah, that is a missile Halcyon that has nothing but clusters on it. And it's been performing very poorly, unfortunately. Basil's a really good missileer, but she's not that familiar with how the clusters perform. And they are very unique.
They're very pretty, but yeah. I watched them fail to kill a reinforced shuttle.
Yeah, that's called bad missile design. Well, and that, are you talking about the last game?
Yeah, what they just dumped them on my shuttle.
Well, they kept missing is the problem.
Yeah,
So they didn't have enough agility, they had too much speed, and they would just whoosh into the void and miss. Oh, can we get another
getting
birthing kill
flaked?
here? No, they're at max stage range. So what's happening there is the S2s are reaching max range and staging instead of vanishing. But the stage missiles themselves aren't finding anything within their max range to land. So they're bursting just before landing.
Tragic.
Yes.
I think Pyrope's gonna eat shit. She's not been having good luck with her
a lot of
heavy
torpedoes.
cruisers.
No, it's because when you have a build like this, you need your teammates to be screening you. And so far today, all the UNSC teams have been super greedy with their builds. They've not paid the screening tax. So you have, because on this team,
That's
for
not
example,
for
we've
lack of trying either. She's
got,
always taking his halberds with her.
yeah, well those aren't screens, those are escorts. So I mean, ships that are like pushed up, pushed forward from the main battle line and scouting, detecting things, tracking ambushes, and enabling your frontline ships to shoot at long ranges. The long
It's like
ranges that
watching
they're designed to shoot
cricket,
at.
Jack.
And Pyrope doesn't have that. Pyrope's dips.
Stuck back there, getting wailed on.
And it's a bunch of alive ships that are just been abandoned. That's unfortunate. But yeah, Cake's kind of the only person on this team who's got a screening build. And Cake's doing the screening thing on the other side of the map. So Pyrope's just kind of like over here by herself.
Rip.
Yeah, and Lobster's backline and Basil's backline. And Cake's screening, but can't screen the entire map at once. So you can't.
I also don't think the UNSC brought scouting at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's part of screening. That's what I mean. Is that and Cake has the scouting, but you need like ships on the map. you can't have oops all backline, and even though UNSC has like a lot of long range tools, they kind of have to box with them sometimes. And they have to. Yeah, see, Minor Mail figured it out. This is very interesting because Minor Mail is. This isn't like a mean thing to say. This is just a statement of fact. Minor Mail's not a great player. He doesn't play that much Nebulous. He's still a blue, but he understands a lot of these basics.
Yeah. And he is entirely correct in his assessment.
Yep, that's
Or
exactly
rather,
what happened.
They had it, but it's gone now.
Well, no, I wouldn't classify Pyrope's build as very frontline. It doesn't have enough damage control, really, for it to be a frontline build. It's more of a max-centric build that also can box.
The enemy is securing zone common.
Can I call it Mac Brain?
What's
Just
up?
the phenomenon, not the build. The phenomenon.
Mac brain rot. That's
I mean,
That or
I'm gonna say, people tend to focus on using the cool thing. So I see a lot of waiting to use the heavy Mac when they should be firing light Macs until the right circumstance appear.
yeah.
successful S2 strike on that halberd.
But like, if you look at this ship, look at the inside of the ship. It's got Plotting center. It's got a couple larges. First, I don't know. This does have. This thing definitely is missing some bits, unless I'm just on drugs. GCC.
Are you?
Maybe it is kind of beefed up. But yeah. Anyways, they didn't have any frontline. Like actual frontline. That's a half and half build. That's a midline build, is what this is.
Yeah.
Where you can play frontline, but you don't want to be playing frontline. Oh, and the UNSC team dibs. And meanwhile, the URF, which quote-unquote doesn't get cool tools. And people have these like well-rounded fleet builds.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly OSP, which a lot of people will be familiar with.
Yeah, this is part of it as well.
But a half learning. Well, UNSC is a whole new paradigm. Be right back.
Why is that so loud?
Sorry. I need to turn it down, actually. I need to do that.
Basil, what the fuck are these soundboards?
They're bangers. Yeah, I need to grab Ho1 Jam for these as well.
I feel really compelled to point out that high explosive submunitions do not penetrate monitors.
This is
Oh.
So yeah, you're gonna need to build like 5 or 6 different missiles for different purposes.
Yeah.
Because clusters are so
Yeah.
fucking expensive that just using them all in the way that you've been using them is really bad.
Yeah.
Because
you could try to make some hack piece with your clusters. It's not optimal, but it's going to be a little bit more works in one case, works in the other.
Yeah.
tried that in the range and wasn't really convinced, but who knows.
So,
I
rather
did
notably, the 2 things you killed were 2 shuttles, and cheapo shuttles, probably shuttles that were worth about the same amount of money you put into the missiles to kill them.
Yeah.
I had a shuttle with 7 rockets in it, and that's what killed.
Yeah.
Killed my cap shuttle with worth 200 points.
Yeah, exactly.
It was beautiful. It just wasn't very effective.
It was really pretty. I liked it.
Yes.
Annoying.
Yeah. It also like the game down to hell, which make commanding stuff kinda hard.
The annoying thing about cluster missiles is they're very easy to soft kill, because you only get one speaker.
To be fair, not necessarily. You can mix, you can mix different sorts of missiles.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
True, but
they also get such a discount. You can just make the submunitions EO.
Yeah.
If you really are worried about being soft killed.
Exactly.
Yes, you can do that. It also makes them 3 times as expensive. So while it's theoretically possible, I'm not entirely sure the cost. Is
So to be fair, the more, at least from what I saw, the problem was more being hard killed before they can deploy. Like, I at least personally feel the services were quite useful in dealing with those things.
Well, and that's the fucking choice, right? Like you need. Do you risk it and get the super cheap missile, or do you pay the price and have something that's more likely to land and get something that's not so cheap? And same thing with the getting hard killed problem. Like you can do things like put a self-screening jammer on your carrier vehicle and give your dagger enough burn time to stage early. The jammer will jam out any basic AMMs fired at them, and most AMMs are basic AMMs.
That is smart. I'm gonna do that actually.
And then staging outside PD range means you've staged outside PD range. So that's less of an issue.
You know what? I should fill my missiles with dagger AMMs so that they intercept any AMMs the enemy fires at them.
You can also do that, which is really fucking smart, by the way.
That's really
Is it?
stupid. I love it. Holy shit.
Holy smokes! Yeah.
I love how stupid that is. I love it.
Because you
Wait,
can.
so do you then send AMMs to intercept the AMMs, intercepting the AMMs, or I am getting lost in it?
Yeah,
Basically.
I feel compelled to note that you can make AMM daggers and set their speed higher than the rest of your submunitions, so that your AMMs outpace your normal missiles.
Bingo. There it is.
And if you
I
use,
was waiting
like,
for someone else to
Bioshells,
discover that tech.
And bonus effect, it probably also acts as a sort of decoy, right?
Like, this
That-
system is super cool, I just have two problems with it. One is, I'm not convinced I've seen it be worth the cost yet. And the other is the frames.
It is pretty painful on the old GPU sometimes, yeah.
I would like to see them have like maybe a half-second longer burn time, so like single engine is worth it on occasion for some nice fighting one.
Yeah, personally, I'd like to see a little more damage and armor penetration per submunition. Cause I'd love to try like mixing in some Hoban Jam daggers or maybe some Wake daggers, but the problem is they do so little damage individually. I feel if I put like a third Hoban Jam, then in most cases that's a third of the salvo that just misses, and you really need every single submunition you can get, because they don't do that much by themselves.
Wait, are we getting into another lobby?
Yeah, I'm down. It's Probe
Yeah.
left.
I'd like to tag in on this one.
I'll do a little outro and then we can figure out, or y'all can figure out who has the best computer and host, and if nobody has a good enough computer, we'll do it. So I'll be right back. Okay, that was that game. It was pretty fucking scuffed, obviously. Yeah, 20 minutes, and we spent like 5 or 10 of that just talking about the match. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a hard mod to play. It's not something you just... Much like vanilla Nebulous, it's not the sort of game you can just smash your face into and perform well. Like, you actually do have to have some strategy and tactics and preparation on your builds, and UNSC teams have not been doing that lately. That's why whenever we have tester games and we have really good players fighting each other, Unity usually performs extremely well. Because much like ANS, they just have more options than URF does. But that's a whole complicated philosophy of balance rabbit hole that I don't really want to go down. I'm gonna be real. So I will end things here. Good night. Good day. I love, well, probably not all of you, but most of you. Well, maybe not most of you, but some of you. Perhaps. I see in the battle space. Oh yeah, we've got Discord that this is all being run out of. That's not the Dark Coliseum Discord that I usually plug at the end of these. It's the Legends of Reach Discord. Link for that's going to be in the description below. Come on down, game, kill things. Have a blast. Toodaloo.